You're listening to Traumedy, the podcast that helps you take your pain and play with it. I'm Nancy Norton. I am a former nurse, a stand-up comedian, and a keynote speaker about the power of humor, why we need it, how it helps us. I go around the country and I give these talks to conferences, and I just love it. I enjoy it. I have several talks coming up in March, and for some reason, I'm going to be in Texas a lot in March with Moms Unhinged. I'm going to be in San Antonio, and then I have a new gig I'm doing with Heroes Off Duty, with police officers, military personnel, healthcare workers, doing comedy shows, and those will be in Dallas and Fort Worth at Hyenas Comedy Club in March. And if you need to find any tickets, just go to my Linktree, Nancy Norton at Linktree, or just go to my website and you can get there. It's nancynorton.tv, like television. Check out the upcoming shows, and there are ticket links right there. I would love to see you there. I also have a new comedy special online. It is the Open Bar Comedy. And I also have a dry bar comedy special. So those are contrasting. They're very different specials. Not any of the same material on the dry bar comedy special and the open bar comedy. The name of my open bar special is Sippin' Whiskey and Talkin' Dirty. So that is not the dry bar. All right. Hey, did I tell you about my guest this week? Amazing. It's my favorite guest of all time. Not only that, my favorite person in the world. Just happens to be somebody who lives in my basement. Yeah, my son, Nathaniel Norton, agreed to be a guest this week. Remember what your text predict used to say?
If I put in the word I, it would want to autofill, am in the ER again.
But we did meet our deductible pretty much.
Yes, we
did. Every year.
And I knew all the nurses by first name.
I can't believe it. I was out traveling and I'm like, oh no, I didn't have time to record a guest. And we just started this conversation. I said, hey, why don't I hit record? Let's just keep talking. So I hope you enjoy this episode with my son. And remember, no matter what, keep laughing. Having tea with my son is my favorite thing to do.
Makes one of us.
Here we go. This is good. This is what we need. This is what I need. Welcome to Traumedy. My guest this week happens to be my favorite person of all time. I have been a huge fan for 20 plus years. Please welcome to the program my son, Nathaniel Biswas Norton.
Howdy.
Thanks for being my guest. Did you feel forced to be a guest? Sort of?
No, I felt pity.
This is going to be a good episode. This is going to be...
It'll be something.
I did not have a guest this week. I traveled a lot, and I have been distracted by my sense of powerlessness. I can't even say it. My sense of powerlessness around this political climate. I'm going to say it, Nathaniel. I'm going to say it. You don't have to say it. I'll speak my truth. I'm not a fan of the current administration. Okay?
Oh, me neither.
Okay, well, there you go. Oh, man. Here we are in our home. I'm excited. I can't believe you're my guest. I'm really still in shock about it.
You shouldn't be.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's hard to get you to have a conversation in general. So I'm just amazed you're willing to let me record this. And well, maybe it's your chance to say stuff you've been
Time to air out a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh man, I have the final edit. So.
So no episode this week.
Oh, so glad you're my son. You make me laugh. And, it is a sign of a stressful childhood to have a great sense of humor. So you're welcome.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. I'm much obliged.
I mean, I talk about a lot of things in my act that are true. And, I was talking to a friend recently. We were talking about transparency. Like, is it okay? Like, remember that time that reel blew up And then all these adoptees were trashing me. And then I recorded you to have like a...
you used me as a meat shield.
I was using you as a meat shield, yeah. Well, I didn't end up I just ended up taking that reel down because this one woman got my heart. The rest of them were assholes, I gotta be honest. I mean, just because you are adopted doesn't mean you are a nice person.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Is it okay that I just outed you as adopted?
That's fine. It's not a secret to anybody.
I don't think it is, but...
My very white mom is a constant topic of discussion.
My very white mom. It's so true. And I'm so old, too. My very old white mom.
Yes.
Did kids ever tease you about having an older mom?
No.
No.
Not that I remember.
There's so many other things to tease you about.
Yeah.
I mean, regarding your mom. Like, I have a lot of...
not even regarding my mom, but yeah.
Just, well, okay. So, look, let's back up here. There's just so many ways we could go with this conversation, but one of them is okay.
We shouldn't.
Huh?
There's a lot we shouldn't.
Well, there's a lot we should. Are there things we shouldn't? You're probably right. Well, you and I. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. We are not always. I've always said like, okay, here's what society's rules are, and then, there's different rules in the house where I'm like, hey man, let her rip. You know what I mean? But that's me because I grew up in a very conservative household, where we are not allowed to speak our truth in any form, even if it was satirical. It was, well, dependent. We didn't agree with them. All right. I'm boring myself all of a sudden. Is your microphone messing with you? I can edit.
No, it's fine the way it is.
Okay. All right.
It's all good.
I like your voice. Also, hey, Nathaniel Norton is the, what do you say, creator of our
Producer.
You're the producer of our theme music, the Traumedy theme song.
Yes, I am.
Thank you for doing that in that loop that I play over and over and over.
Over and over and over.
I think people might be getting sick of it. I wonder if you could add a little to that loop.
I can't add to that loop, but I can make a whole new one.
Would you make a whole new loop?
Yeah.
Or wait, you told me you sent me one and I didn't see it in my email or something.
That is true, so I can make another one.
Well, you could send me that one again.
I have no idea if I don't think I still have that one.
Oh, okay.
I just cleared all my hard drives, so.
Oh, shoot, Betty. And I didn't download it. Thank you for making the music, and thank you for all the times you support. And I know I'm the parent. I'm supposed to be here supporting you on your journey of development. And here you are. Hey, let's find the applause button. Woo! All right, we got you to 20 years old.
There we go.
That's pretty good, because you're a daredevil. Let me tell you about Nathaniel Biswas Norton, if you may. If it's okay, I'm using your middle name, which is your Nepali name, Biswas.
I don't care, really.
You do not care?
No, it's just hard for white people to say, so I go by Nathaniel.
Yeah. So when you grew up here in Boulder, Colorado, Whitey World, I mean, it doesn't get much whiter than Boulder.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. But the kids at your school, now I sent you to, as you call them,
hippie schools.
Hippie schools.
There's no better way to describe it.
Well, your preschool was called Rainbow Preschool. And that was an awesome preschool.
It was great.
It really was. They had a huge playground. Natalie built this pirate ship. I thought that was a good move. Because, okay, I was a single mom all of a sudden. Now, in my comedy, you will testify that all of this is true. Because it's like, it's not comedy. I'm just a transcriptionist, and I share tragedies in a funny way. And also good things too, in a funny way. So what I've been doing in my comedy routine lately in Moms Unhinged is I will say, here's good parenting moment, here's a not so good parenting moment. And then I try to show that there's balance. Hopefully the pie chart is mostly good parenting moments. And then there's that sliver of shit that I wish I had never done. And I have to live with it and make amends to you as best I can and try not to repeat it.
Yeah, I think you did a pretty good job. I think I'm a very well-adjusted person, so.
I see that. Thank you for saying that. I mean, you're just 20. I thought I was well-adjusted at 20 also. The truth doesn't come out till 40. You're in therapy and you're like, I thought I had a good childhood.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, we're going to see how, over time, I'll see how long I live. If I live long enough, hopefully, to see you to 40. My goal is to see you to 28. That is my true goal. Like, I please God, let me live long enough to see Nathaniel to 28, where
please let me see myself till I'm 28.
Well, there's that. And then going back to your daredevil ways, man. You okay, this kid, I got the best one. First of all, I got the best kid. I know you think you did, but I did. I got the best one. And
Biased opinion.
slightly, but honestly, Nathaniel, I met you and I fell in love with you immediately. I just got to tell you, I need to get those videos out. You had these little dimples. You were so sick in a hospital, but you still were able to smile and laugh. And you loved the song Itsy Bitsy Spider. Sorry, I don't know where we're going. But and then Bobby Mommy that took care of you, she would ask me, she didn't speak any English, and I spoke very little Nepali, so she would say, Miss Itsy Bitsy, Miss Itsy Bitsy. She would make requests. But anyway, you were very sick in a hospital, a little toothless grin, maybe 4 or 5 months, and I'm so glad. I was like, I just knew it in my heart as soon as I met you. And actually, as soon as I heard your name, I got to tell you, I got goosebumps head to toe. I was like, that's my son, Biswas.
There you go.
And your name means have faith, believe, and trust. Your Nepalese name. And now you use your English name that I gave you.
Yes, I do.
We used Biswas up until middle school.
Yep.
And it seems like all the kids at the Waldorfy hippie school were able to say Biswas.
After a while. I mean, I was there for 5 years with mostly the same people.
I was going to say, you did looping. Everybody knew Biswas. You know, you were on that Little League team. They called you Bees Man. The Bees Man.
I forgot about that. They
Yeah.
did do that.
Yeah. And I felt like you were very much embraced. Did you ever, how did it feel?
It was never a, lack of, like, I was never made fun of for my name or anything like that. It wasn't like a point of contention for me. It was just I was sick and tired of explaining how to spell it and tell people how to pronounce it, so I just went by Nathaniel because it's easier.
For people.
For people.
For the white people of Boulder.
Yeah.
And so when you were a kid, again, this is traumedy, but we're going to focus on the light. But we dip in a little bit on some of the heavier stuff that's happened in our lives. Like, I know that you say to me quite often that you don't feel like you have relinquishment trauma or adoption trauma. Like it's not something that you feel that you're aware of.
Yeah. I don't have any, I guess, things around the fact that I'm adopted or being adopted, at least anymore.
Well, say more about that. What do you mean anymore?
Well, there was just the time in middle school where that kid said some
cruel things,
some goofy stuff. And that was really the only time I ever had an issue with that. And I'm not even entirely sure why I had such an issue with it then, because I hadn't had issues with it before, and I haven't had issues afterwards. It was just that singularity.
Yeah, that's the only time I remember you coming home and saying, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to be there. And this guy was being very cruel.
Yeah, I had other problems with the same kid, so I think it might have been just a stack of stuff that finally was like, all right, I'm done, or whatever.
Oh, so was he a guy that, okay, remember I talk about unwanted child syndrome?
Oh, that was for sure him, for sure.
Yeah, because I felt that when I had that. But what happened when I went to all these adoption courses that we had to go through, when you adopt, it's not like when you birth a child. You have to go to classes. And then I chose to go to more classes up at the Heritage Camp.
Well, there you go.
But what I learned was that you had a healthier infancy in an orphanage than I did in my family. Like you had... Honestly, I can't even tell you. You were the star of this orphanage. There were 30 kids there, and I had to fight for a turn to hold you because they all wanted to hold you, kiss you, laugh. You were just a fun little baby. They all wanted to play with you. And so I felt, and Poppy Mommy did co-sleeping. She just kissed you head to toe. She woke up in the night singing songs to you, feeding you milk. She was so happy with you, and I think you really felt wanted.
I would agree.
And were wanted. I think you knew how much you were loved. And I love that for you. And then I wanted you so badly. I wanted a baby. And then I met you and I was like, I got to say, I forget you're adopted. I mean, I know you are, but you don't feel adopted to me.
I would agree, actually. I don't necessarily forget that I'm adopted. It's just not something that I would be on my mind ever.
Yeah. I never have this sense of
Like
I mean, I do talk about it because I think it's important to share that your adoption. I just feel it's important for other people to be mirrored in society.
Yeah, there's not a wall there or like a gap where, you know, I introduce you or I'm talking about my mom. Or it's not my adopted mom, it's my mom.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful that I got to meet you at such a young age and have that infant time with you. And it's just always felt like, honestly, I felt like I knew, well, you came to me in a dream before I even met you. So I do feel like, I think we've been in many lifetimes together. I know you're not.
God, I hope not.
Well, I don't know. I felt like I'd been in, when I went to Nepal, I got to tell you, I'd go around a corner and I knew I can't explain it, but I think I'd been in Nepal before somehow. I don't understand. I know you're not into this spiritual stuff. I'll try to stay away from the woo-woo. But anyway, I just want you to, are you laughing at the word woo-woo?
Yes, that is what I'm laughing at.
It's a cringy word.
I never heard it. That was wild.
You never heard the word woo-woo?
I've never heard it used ever.
What does your generation call spiritual stuff? You just say spiritual stuff?
Pretty much. Not a lot of people, I feel. Well, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask about that because I attract very much the same kind of people in terms of our beliefs.
Which are you an atheist, agnostic?
I would say I'm agnostic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily opposed to the idea of God. I just don't believe or have a reason to need to.
Okay. That's, yeah. All right. And so most of your friends are of the same belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have this, I want to say what I love and feel confident with you, for you, is like your friend, you have the same friends since, you have some new ones from high school.
Yeah.
But you have, I don't want to say any names because I don't know how that feels, but you have a friend.
That one. I've got that one and
you got
this
that one from preschool, from Rainbow Preschool,
Yep.
and then the next one from Boulder Community School of Integrated Studies, BCSIS.
Lord have mercy.
It was a wonderful school, though. Oh my gosh. Are you not glad you went there?
I don't care, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm glad I met the people I met. I don't really care about my experience at said school.
You don't care?
I mean,
don't you feel any connection like with Jen or Kimberly?
I guess. Not Kimberly, just Jen.
Okay. All right. If Kimberly's hearing this, sorry. You just didn't bond with him the way Jen did. Well, you had 3 years with Jen. First, second, and third grade. Come on. And also, she had your similar sense of humor.
Yes.
That makes a difference because she invited me to come there and do Shrewsbury, Indiana from Iowa.
Yes.
In front of your class.
Yes, which everybody did enjoy. I was never made fun of for that either.
I was wondering.
There's a lot of things I could have been made fun of for.
I did this character. Gosh, I'll do an impression. It's a guru that talks like Ross Perot. It's a long story from an activist theater group I was in. Shrewsbury, Indiana from Iowa, God-certified soul. I can make you a God-certified soul in 5 lifetimes, money-back guarantee. How's that sound? Pretty good?
No.
All right. And then I think I was talking about BCSISSSS, like Super School of Silliness or something. But she had a great sense of humor. I love Jen. I love Jen. I'm going to say it. I really enjoyed her.
Jen was great.
I thought
for sure.
Yeah, she was.
For sure. Kimberly was also good.
She
also
was.
Great.
But
I would say great too. But just, I don't know, didn't leave as much of an impact.
Do you remember Kylie?
Not at all. Oh, kindergarten teacher.
Yeah,
yes.
Kylie.
Yes, only because I would constantly see her in weird places. Constantly.
After you left.
After I left.
Oh, wow.
Like in high school I saw her.
Just out and about.
Yeah.
Just in a restaurant or a...
yeah, it was up at a grocery store, yeah.
You recognized her or she recognized you?
I recognized her and I hadn't fully matured, so I was roughly the same. I was probably a sophomore, so...
Yeah, you look like a little kid up until probably 16.
Yeah, right up until
Yeah, you started growing a beard.
Then I looked like a lesbian until I grew a beard.
Okay.
I did.
Well, I mean, you were raised by someone who was once lesbian identified.
Yeah.
Now I've retired, as you know, from lesbianism.
Me too.
Well, so many people talk about, okay, so there's adoption stuff, which it never seemed to be But you did write you wrote a funny adoption joke. Do you remember this joke you wrote?
Probably not.
Well, I think because you went to camp and
I've had a lot of concussions.
That's true. From all your daredevil stuff.
Yes.
Because you did BMX, snowboarding.
Still do snowboarding.
Scootering.
Yep.
What else?
Downhill.
Parkour. Oh my God. Downhill mountain biking. That's what, see, and if you don't believe in God, I don't know what to tell you, man. Because you've only had a few broken bones.
Yes.
And a couple of concussions. But I mean,
couple might be
I know you have angels watching after you. Remember what your text predict used to say?
Oh, it used to, if I put in the word I, it would want to autofill, am in the ER again.
No punch card at the ER. There should be.
Yeah, I know.
But we did meet our deductible pretty much.
Yes, we
did. Every year.
And I knew all the nurses by first name.
You're my favorite guest so far.
I'm sorry to all the other guests.
Well, they'll understand. If they even listen to the podcast. Come on. So, Dramedy, you know what happened here is I started reading those articles about therapeutic humor. It was about 10 years ago. So you were about 10 years old.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's been that long I've been doing these talks, the Power of Humor talks, but I got to say, it really made a difference when I started shifting more into humor here at home because you always had a sense of humor. I honestly teach best that which I need to learn, which is to laugh at myself. And
I do a great job of laughing at you.
You do, actually. I know. You help me laugh at myself. And it's in such a way that sometimes irritating, but
that's when it's the funniest.
I know. when I can be so annoyed and you can break me and get me out of my fight, flight, freeze response. Because I have a lot of reactive trauma stuff. And you've had to live with that.
I've noticed.
You've had to live with this. Yeah. And we were talking about this earlier. You're going into law enforcement.
That's the plan, yeah.
And when you first were talking about it, you wanted to work on mental health reform.
Yes.
And you were saying that George Floyd changed your life too. You saw what happened. And that solidified your decision.
Yeah, life might be a little broad.
Okay, all right, but it solidified your decision to go into law enforcement. I thought
kind of made my decision. Yeah, that was a big turning point for me in terms of what I saw, and so it was really interesting. I was on a float trip with a preschool friend. We had been...
But now, how old are you at this point?
I think I was a sophomore.
In high school?
In high school.
When George
yes.
When George Floyd was murdered?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It had to have been right at the start of COVID. We were out and we were off grid for like 8 days. And I got back and our bus driver, owner of the company the charter of the trip, was like, yeah, so Chicago is on fire. And we had no clue what was going on. And then I learned, and then I saw, and then I said, I can't ever let that happen to anybody else. And pretty much since then, I've wanted to be a cop.
Yeah. You want to go in and change it from the inside, or at least...
I want to do my best to try. Maybe just get it started, but do something.
Yeah. The fact, just watching those men, the man strangling him, suffocating him, and the other men standing around.
Disgusted.
That I think George Floyd probably inspired a lot of change. And it is just, as a mom, him crying out for his mama, it just crushed my soul. You grew up do you identify as a person of color, or what, how do you, do you feel brown? Do you have a sense of like that? Like, how do you feel about yourself?
If I were to align myself with a color, I'd say blue.
Blue, okay.
No,
Is that an unfair question? I was just curious.
I don't know.
Well,
because I'll tell you this. one time in my 20 years on this planet have I ever felt different because I was brown. Only one time. Only once. And that was it. And it was such a small thing. So,
wow.
only once in my life have I ever felt...
Somebody made you feel...
Yeah, TSA.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you traveling with me?
Yes. Flying back from visiting our family.
In Missouri?
In Missouri at the...
Springfield, Missouri?
Springfield Airport.
Oh, tell me.
Springfield Airport. It was so small. Really. I only started thinking about this today. And I haven't thought about it since it actually happened, but I had a little bit too much clothing around my ankle, and I was patted down, and the guy behind me also had a lot of clothing around his ankle and was not patted down.
Tell me about clothing around your ankle.
I had on some baggy sweatpants, and so they were bunched up at the top of my shoe.
Oh.
And so they patted down my ankle, only my ankles, but they did not do the guy behind me.
So
who was white.
Who was white and had the same...
Not the same, but also baggy clothing around the ankles.
And that's where you...
And that's the only time, and it was so small.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and that's it.
What? That's amazing. Now, when you went to Nepalese Heritage Camp, I know they taught you guys about driving while brown.
Where I was only friends with white people.
I know. You only hung out with the bio kids.
Yes.
Those were your buddies. There were a few kids. There were a few Nepalese kids you hung out with a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
there
was.
were.
There was a
but
few. My last year specifically was like way more
into the Nepalese. And
yeah.
and I mean, I'm glad we went to Nepalese Heritage Camp. What I thought was good is to see all these other kids. It was Nepal, India, by the way, which we found out recently from my last guest. Nepali people do not like Indian people.
Not at all.
That's what she said. I don't know if it's true. It was just interesting that they combined India Nepal Heritage Camp.
That's what you get when you have a bunch of white people directing a diversity camp.
Southeast Asians, put them all together. What do you get? Aloo.
Hate crimes.
I was going to say aloo gobi. I don't know.
Aloo
Delicious food is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I
I'd agree with
love
that one.
Indian food. I love Nepali food.
I'm sick of it, but
Are you?
no, sick of it's a stretch.
You just went out for Valentine's Day and got Nepali food.
I got Indian food.
What?
Yeah,
It was Indian?
it was Indian.
All right. All I wanted to say, okay, where were we? You're talking about George Floyd. This was important. So it solidified your need to go in. So you're studying law. What is your degree called?
My degree is AAS for police studies is what it's called, but I mean, it's just a criminal justice degree.
Criminal justice.
Yeah.
What's AAS stand for?
Associates of Applied Science.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I pay for it, but I don't know I don't know what I'm paying for. But I mean, all I know is I can tell it's aligned with your life purpose because you're very excited when you talk about it.
Yeah.
And you're very excited when you've been doing these ride-alongs and stuff. So I know, and I do believe in you completely. You know, when you were, speaking of Jen from the...
Oh, yeah.
She used to put on your report card, Biswas is a peacemaker.
That's right. I was always a gun. One hell of a pistol.
You were a pistol. But she would say you would make peace with, you wanted people to get along, and you found a way of helping them make peace on the playground. And so I do believe in your mission. And do it because you've told me over and over you want to do community service. You want to serve your community.
Community.
I mean,
I'm in the stage of like it's getting way more real than it was a month ago right now because I am. But I'm looking for departments, and community policing is something that I want in the department that I join because I think that it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To serve your community. Or
Yeah.
not your community. Well, who knows if it's Boulder? You're
the
saying
community.
a community. The community that you serve.
Yeah.
And I know you were saying you may not want to serve right here in Boulder since you don't want to go on a call at a neighbor's house.
Well,
or
let's not
something.
necessarily name cities in particular, but it is more about where I would reside is not the department that I would want to work for.
Yeah.
Just because, having to arrest a neighbor, not that would necessarily guaranteed to be happen, but it would be weird.
It leads to a little tension out by the pool.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're out barbecuing. I was wondering about the other thing. So what I found that is not a coincidence, to me anyway, but like,
What do you mean the other thing?
About what got you into law enforcement.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
I was thinking what happened right out here, a block and a half from our house, when I was at a gig in Fort Collins, and my partner was here to babysit, but she went off to choir practice. You are how old? 11,
13.
13.
Whoa.
12?
Somewhere in there.
You were so petite, though. Right around there.
I was 13.
Okay, so here's the thing. You were scootering over to the store to get Diane some milk for her coffee.
Was that what? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were getting, and she wanted whatever, the
unsweetened, whatever
unsweetened
it was.
soy. So you're like, sure. She went to choir practice. You're hanging out with the neighbor kid in our neighbor's home. Like there is somebody home, and you have a cell phone, and she's a mile away at choir practice for an hour.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, cool.
It's just like
the neighbor's dad is here. You two guys, he's like 2 years younger. He's like 10 or 11.
Oh, yeah.
And you're scootering over to Safeway.
Yep.
And then what happened?
Well,
Are you okay talking about this?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with it. We were scooting over to I've been telling the story a lot while I've been out on ride-alongs, actually. So I was out scootering over to the store. It's, maybe 300 feet from our front door.
And it's broad daylight.
It's
daylight. I drove to Fort Collins for my gig.
Yep.
You scooted over with your
and
friend.
We're being, young teens, early teens.
Adolescent boys.
So we're being rowdy and just whatever. And I think I screamed F you to the kid I was with, and some dude in a lifted black truck with a red stripe down the center of it decided that he wanted to stop, jump out of the truck, and then grab a kid by the neck.
Me.
It was me. Yes. So
I thought you had gone in front of him and scared him or something.
Yeah, I think I did. So you know the layout of the intersection.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I was down right before it made that like weird little circle thing.
All right, he's going towards Safeway.
Yeah.
You're just crossing the street on your scooter?
Yep.
And he's
yeah. I don't know, because he wasn't in the road when I crossed, because that's why I crossed the street. He had made the turn as I guess I might have still been in the street, but he wasn't.
But
I wondered if I was crossing.
I was wondering if he went into fight, flight, freeze, like he thought he almost hit you.
He wasn't that close.
He wasn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
But he probably thought I was screaming something at him.
And you were talking to your friend?
Yes.
And you guys were just messing around?
Absolutely.
Swearing at each other?
Swearing is...
You were saying F you.
Rough. I said it one time, yeah.
That's what you did. You just yelled to him loudly enough. I guess this guy heard you? Or
I guess.
Or you don't even know why.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. That would just be the thing that I could think of.
And he jumped out of he stopped his truck in the street.
Yeah.
And jumped out and grabbed you. A little kid. You were a little kid.
I was barely over 4 foot. Yeah.
And he grabbed you and what happened?
Choked me, screamed in my face. I don't really remember what he said. I definitely just kind of remember doing the thing that I would do when my mom would yell at me.
I prepared you.
Probably what got me in more trouble with him,
why?
Oh, because I wasn't listening.
Oh, you tuned him out?
Oh, yeah. It was in one ear, out the other.
But wait, did he scream at you first and then go after?
I think he yelled, hey.
Hey
first.
You just ignored it?
And then I froze.
Oh, okay.
And then he grabbed me by the throat. And then he was screaming in my face.
Did he throw you?
Then he put me on the ground. And then he was kind of on top of me. And that was it. Then he fucked off. And then
he got back in his truck and peeled out.
Yeah, peeled out.
And he
went back by the loading bay, and then I assume out to the street from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when I remember, it's just so horrible because you called me and you left me a voicemail.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were probably in shock.
Yeah.
Oh, you were in shock.
I remember that.
You sounded in shock. And here I am. I am in Fort Collins, and I get this phone call, like out of breath. This man, like you're telling me what happened, and I can't do a thing about it.
Yeah.
And then you hung up and you called 911.
No, I called 911 first.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the first thing I did.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So you had a cell phone. You must have been like 7th grade.
It
Because
was 8th grade. It was the year before I went to high school.
Okay, but it was maybe between 7th and 8th grade.
Exactly. It was that summer.
Yeah. Because I got you a cell phone because you were riding your bike 5 miles to school.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had to do a lot of stuff to having a single mom.
Having to is a stretch.
Well,
it was just the choices that we made, and I was perfectly comfortable with it.
Well, it was either that or sit on a bus for a long, long time, or you could ride 5 miles on Boulder bike paths faster than most
about 15 minutes I could make it to school.
Faster than I could drive there.
Yeah.
And then I would go off to the north. Your school is to the south. I would go to the north to go to work as a nurse, and you would go to the south.
Yep.
And I was so impressed that you would do that.
Yep.
But then if the weather was bad or something, you took the city bus.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, you had a cell phone. You called 911, and then I guess while you're waiting for the police, you called me.
Called Diane first, and then I called you.
Because you knew Diane was in town.
Yes.
And then you called me, and then, oh my God, it was just awful. And then, something just flashed through my brain here. Oh, one of the worst things you told me, and this is not uncommon in PTSD, is that there were adults around that did
yeah, nobody did anything.
They were watching it go down.
Yeah, I specifically remember like making eye contact with somebody who was probably 50 feet away, and he was just like, "Oh, no, my problem."
Not his problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it an old white guy?
Young white guy.
Wow. I don't know why that matters to me somehow.
People always make everything
It was a
about
white
race.
guy that attacked you. Is it wrong to? It shouldn't make it about race. I shouldn't.
It doesn't matter what race somebody is if they do something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess not. I don't know. But
evil doesn't start at the skin color, so.
But what bothered you the most, you said, was
how nobody did anything.
Yeah. And that's true with like army or military, like wounded. They get more upset at the medic who doesn't take good care of them than the enemy that actually shot them. It's kind of interesting thing about PTSD.
That is not the sentiment that I've heard from
really
soldiers. Yeah.
Well,
everybody loves Doc.
I'll find that I have an article about it, but I don't know. All I know is what I've read.
I'm sure it's changed.
It's something about
years.
the person that's right there that somehow it's misplaced. It's misplaced rage sometimes.
Okay,
or
maybe I don't know.
Okay,
but everything that I've heard from soldiers who were hit in, and I've talked to veterans from like Iraq and Afghanistan, they were maybe in hindsight now they are like, oh yeah, the medic was great or whatever, but they all love Doc.
You mean that were wounded?
Yeah.
You know some that were wounded?
Yeah. Almost all the veterans I know were wounded.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In some way or another.
Well, for sure mentally.
Yeah. Physically wounded, all of them I know.
Wow, that's wild.
Yep. The only ones who I know, the only military service people who I know who aren't wounded are still active.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know we got you into brain spotting right away. My trauma therapist.
Yeah, literally a week.
So I just want to say to people, if you have experienced any kind of like isolated trauma like that, if the closer to the event you get, the trauma therapy is best. It can clear in one session, according to my trauma therapist who did brain spotting on you.
Yeah, I'll agree.
You did 2 sessions with her.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying today, you were just telling me you don't feel like you have any residual.
No, I don't think I have any residual effects over it. Well, okay, I don't like when people get close to my neck.
Yeah. Because he cut off your airway?
Yeah.
Boy, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and somebody who goes through the throat that's a primal thing.
That's a very sick person. I learned that on when I was studying about domestic violence.
Yeah.
If a perpetrator has gone for a neck, that's somebody who's got lethal rage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's just terrifying. I'm so sorry you went through that. And I mean, if it weren't for that damn silk milk.
That's not fair, but yeah.
No, not fair. No, but you know what? I was just trying to do a little traumedy.
Yeah, I know.
I certainly, what was interesting to me, dude, this is who you are. You got attacked.
Yep.
You got choked in the street.
Yep.
The police officer came. This is where I'm connecting it to George Floyd, who got choked in the street. But this time, a police officer came and rescued you, or you felt not rescued, but you felt supported.
Yeah.
And you felt protected because, remember, you told me he was like, "Hey, you said I'm gotta go in and get this milk." You still went and got Diane the milk.
Yeah, I still went
in a state of trauma. And he's like, can I go in with you? And you said, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, he
And then-
offered to go in and everything with me. Yeah.
And so you felt protected. You felt like this person in a position of authority
Didn't let me down.
did not let you down. And then you came out of the store with the milk, and he was waiting for you.
He was still there. Yep.
And then did he escort you home?
No.
He just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
That you were safe.
Yeah.
I was curious if you did any dramedy. Like, is there any time you've used humor around that event? Is there anything, or is it just like that's off limits because it's just too serious?
It's not off limits. I just have never done any.
Nothing ever like makes you giggle, or is there anything that made you feel more resourced about it, or helped you through it, or did you
Not
do it?
humor wise.
And what about otherwise expressing, or you wanted to go to Krav Maga? We
Going
went,
to self-defense courses was the big one.
That's right, because you told me, Mom, I've got to take self-defense, and we did. We went
Yep.
and joined immediately.
Yes.
Like within, I think, a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
We went and got Krav Maga,
Yep.
and you threw your shoulder out right away.
Yes, I did.
Or was that from baseball?
That was from baseball.
And then you couldn't do Krav Maga.
No, I couldn't.
Dang it.
Yeah,
That was a bummer.
it was unfortunate.
You went a few times, though.
We did a year.
Yeah.
We did a year of it, and I still
I-
remember everything, which is
Yeah, I remember.
questionable.
Well, you're going to go back and do some more stuff, especially when you go to the...
Not with Krav Maga.
Because it's too lethal.
Yeah, I would never suggest Krav Maga for a law enforcement officer. It's just because when your brain goes into the fight, flight, freeze, and you fall back onto whatever training you've had, Krav Maga is way farther than you need to go and are legally allowed to go as a law enforcement officer. So
Yeah.
I would never suggest that a law enforcement officer would ever go to Krav Maga. Jiu-jitsu is way better anyways because you're dealing with a lot of grappling, because most of the time people will fight when you try to put cuffs on them and you're already in contact. So jiu-jitsu would be the one that I would use, and a lot of former police officers say the same thing.
That's okay. That's wise. I know that I have to tell you how much I enjoyed Krav Maga.
It was very empowering.
I love the part where you get to take the knife and shove it in their kidney 3 times. So I actually got to look at my lethal rage.
Yeah.
Because I think there was just something in there.
That's why you can't have a butter knife.
There are no butter knives in this house, and I will never own a gun because
Yeah, we use chopsticks to spread butter. Well, even that might be a little too much. It's a
yeah,
little
I was
pointed.
gonna say maybe just spoons.
That's too. There's an edge on a spoon.
Dang it! What could we use? A spork?
That's even worse than a spoon. There's more edges. It's even serrated.
Okay, I just have to eat with my hands.
Yeah, you got to use the wrapper on chopsticks. That's what it is.
It was interesting to do those drills.
Yeah.
Of like, and also what I really like too, and I think this is still in me, is the counter. It's so counterintuitive, so much about Krav, because your instinct. Well, first they did teach us
The first lesson of Krav is to leave.
leave the scene.
The best fight to get into is no fight.
Yeah, get away from them. But if you can't get away, pull them closer. I mean that was the biggest nugget for me.
It's
like
grappling. It's grappling. So that's where you have control.
Yeah,
and that's how you get control over people, is those joints and everything.
I don't think I will ever get control over anyone.
I would agree.
I've tried to control you. I tried to control my exes, and to no success. That's why I'm in recovery from codependency, and it's going pretty well. I mean, I'm a little better. I harass you about eating apples every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
I can't stop.
It's not every day.
Well, it's quite often.
It's twice a day.
Who handed you apples right before you left the house today?
The one across from me.
Yes. I have this inner critical parent voice in my head that says, I'm a bad person. I shouldn't tell people these things. Nancy, what's wrong with you? And I hope that your inner critical parent says, eat an apple. That's all I want your inner critical parent to say.
Yeah.
Eat an apple, clean your room, brush your teeth. What else?
Take a shower.
Take a shower, dude. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Yep.
Love yourself, right? That's what I say, actually, literally.
Yep.
I want you to love yourself. I want everybody to love themselves at this point in my life after doing, and you drove me to my psychedelic.
To and from.
to my psychedelic trauma.
A few times.
Yes. And I think it's made, tell the listeners, Tell the truth. For
you don't
once.
want me to do that.
No, but seriously.
Now there's really not going to be an episode.
But seriously, Nathaniel, have you seen a difference in how my reactivity or in any... Tell me anything you've seen as a result of doing psychedelic trauma therapy that you may have noticed. I'm just curious, and it's okay if you haven't.
I can't think of anything.
You haven't noticed a difference in my...
I've noticed a difference, but I wouldn't equate it to psychedelic therapy.
Okay. I know we can't do cause and effect, but first of all, how about the first time you picked me up from psychedelic therapy?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Do you remember what I was... I mean, do you remember all the love I was pouring on you? Just like...
Yep.
You know, just energetically.
Yes.
Emotionally, just like, I love you so much. And what else did I say?
Grades don't matter.
Grades don't matter.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I said, fuck grades.
I think that's what you said.
That was a direct quote.
Yeah.
And I know I shouldn't swear. You were already driving, so you were 17.
Ooh.
But you were struggling with grades. You have is it okay if I out you?
Yeah, you can. It's changed quite a bit recently.
You're neurodivergent. You have ADHD.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You have ADHD.
Few Fs.
and a couple of ADHFs.
Yep.
That joke is true.
Yep.
And it has been, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
And so you're very bright. You were tested, but the psychologist said you cannot.
I was tested. It was positive.
But the psychologist said he's very bright, but he cannot demonstrate that because of his ADHD. He can't show that with his grades or his schoolwork.
True. Because
you just couldn't finish the work, and you didn't. You loved learning about what you wanted to learn, but then...
Oh, yeah. If it wasn't, it still would qualify right now because I am bored to death with some of my classes. But if it's not something that I'm passionate about, it's really hard for me to care.
I know. If you can find a way. And right now, what are you doing? How do you trick yourself into doing the boring stuff?
Well, boring, I guess that's a stretch because I actually find a lot of it interesting and it's all very important. And that's probably the part that makes it so much easier in college is that I'm career focused now. And so all of it is actually what I want to be doing. And if it's not in the moment, it's going towards what I want to do instead of whatever jargon that what it is in middle and high school.
Yeah, you can see a direct application.
Yeah, exactly.
You say, oh, I need this because I've got to be able to do this X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and more of some of the classes could be a little more focused, but that's not how that works. So
yeah, we were talking about like, wouldn't it be cool if all through our whole school life we could just learn things that we wanted to learn? Not everybody has to do everything. I think it's good to get exposure.
There's a point. I think that there's a point in your schooling where that needs to become the case, and I think that point is around high school, definitely later, probably later than sophomore year, but that's where the switch should kind of be made to where that's where you should figure out what you want to be doing, and that's where you should poke around into all these different places instead of spending $40,000 at college.
That you make a good point because you went to a specialty high school that
I went
you
to a
chose.
STEM school. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to choose that time.
Yes, I did.
And you're like, Mom, you sent me to hippie schools. Now I'm going to go to this.
That wasn't really
STEM school to study engineering.
Yep.
And
it was really just to study engineering. It wasn't about getting away from hippie schools. It was just at the time, civil architectural engineering was my peak interest in what I thought I wanted to do.
Yeah. And your best friend, you guys had talked about going into business together as an architectural firm, and you were going to be the landscape architect, and he was going to be the whatever designer.
Yep.
And then you took a psychology class.
I took a psych course.
You took a psych course, and you fell in love with psychology. And also, engineering just didn't seem to hold your attention.
Freaking hate math, man.
Okay, yeah. And I do that joke. Okay, this is a true story. I was not a good teacher. Can we just agree? I did not have good patience.
Is a crazy word to be using right now.
What?
It's current.
Okay, you're right. I think I have more patience. Well, now I
would say you have more patience. But
now
it's been a while since you've taught me.
But because of psychedelics, I'm not as attached to outcomes.
There you go.
So there was part of me thinking, you've got to learn these times tables or we're going to die. I don't know. There's a part of my sick brain that like, you've got to get this down, man. And it's real important. And so I'm trying to get you
I wanted to get them down because I wasn't going to get pizza if I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, that's terrible my mom did some things that weren't great, but one of the things is do not train kids with food. And I was bribing you with Skittles. I was like, eat a Skittle, practice the piano, eat a Skittle, let's do the times tables.
It was Starbursts. It wasn't Skittles.
No, I did Skittles because
you did Starburst for piano because I specifically remember.
I did both.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I don't remember the Skittles.
Well, the Skittles were smaller. I could give you you know what I mean? A bag of Skittles went farther than.
Sorry, I thought of something.
What?
There was one night where I was feeling kind of icky, but I wanted chocolate, and I knew that that you were gonna be like, no, eat protein first. So I would go, can I have a hot dog? And then I'd eat a piece of chocolate. And then I'd go, can I have a hot dog? And then I'd eat another piece of chocolate. And I went through a whole pack of freaking hot dogs doing that one night.
And those were veggie hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ate a lot of veggie hot dogs.
Yes, it did.
Oh man. But yeah, so in order to get the chocolate, you were willing to grind through that.
Grind through is not the way I put it because I enjoyed them, but I think that's probably what made me sick of them.
You are done.
Yeah.
You are done with veggie hot dogs.
With that brand, I still eat veggie hot dogs.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But I was feeling bad. Like, okay, in this story I'm telling, and I just tell this story about, this is one of my not so good parenting moments where I'm teaching you the times tables and the nines would not stick. And I was like, 9 times 3. And then I'd
36.
No, like 27. And then so I at some point you weren't listening to me. You had tuned me out because I'm starting to get a little irritated. And I'm like, listen. And also I have a trigger about not feeling heard, which is better now since psychedelics, Nathaniel. Stop spacing off. Look what he's doing it on purpose. Are you doing it right now?
Sorry, where am I?
So we're going to demonstrate me getting into a rage. Damn it, Nathaniel. Okay. And so I screamed at you, 27. And then you did this funny take.
27.
And you mocked me.
Yes, I did.
And then
it's my
then for a while.
Specialty.
It is your specialty. And it's our specialty. Like, it's our, like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I need you to get me out of my thing. It's not your job, but you just do it. Well, actually, it's self-preservation probably. But you would say every now and then when I would get upset, you'd go 27.
Yes.
That's a fun joke.
But
anyway, people love that story. And then they always ask me after the show, I should have a T-shirt that says 27.
Yeah.
27. It's just our running joke.
Yep.
When things are going sideways.
Yes.
27.
It's very funny.
Just not tonight.
It's
not.
It's
the way I told it. 27.
27.
Oh, do you remember the adoption joke that you wrote?
No.
Okay, you wrote this joke. You said, Mom. And
yeah, now I do. Yes. I remember it now.
Okay.
I don't have abandonment issues. I have abandoning issues. And then I booked it.
Yeah. You said, because I'm adopted, because you learned this at Heritage Camp or something. Because I'm adopted, I have abandonment issues and abandoning. That was I have abandonment issues and abandoning issues. And then you took off.
There you go.
Which was true. You ran away from me so many times I could not get you to turn back.
No.
Not like you're running away. You just wanted to go do your own thing.
Yeah.
At the park. And
right.
I'm like, Biswas, because at that age you were Biswas.
Yep.
And I would just scream your beautiful name. That means have faith, believe, and trust.
Yeah.
And I would say, Biswas! But I should have been listening to your own name and have faith that you're going to be okay. I was so worried about you.
Well, to be fair, I was sprinting towards a raging river, so.
Well, no, you didn't go in the river, but you were going alongside it.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying. But you were fine.
I was fine.
And then another time when I lost you, when you rode off on your little bicycle, the very first time you got on a bicycle, I think it had training wheels.
Yep. And
you were so excited with your new autonomy, you ran towards East Boulder Rec Center, or pedaled.
Yep.
And then Natalie and I are like, let's let him get a little ahead and
he'll get scared.
Yeah, because we thought we'd teach you a lesson because we're like, okay, let him experience. Because we're yelling at you to slow down, wait for us, and you wouldn't listen. So we thought we'd teach you a nice lesson about getting too far ahead and looking for us. And then
Boy, did that backfire, huh?
we lost you. We totally lost you. And then Natalie and I, are running all over. That is a huge facility.
Taking down plates and
There's
everything.
some vagrants out there. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a common term these days. But there were some people that looked like they were on drugs. There were cars going in and out of the parking lot. We're like, oh shit, somebody kidnapped my son. Natalie's taking down license plates, numbers. And we're like, I'm going up to all these really kind of burned out people. Have you seen a little kid? He had on a helmet with a little flag on the top. And they're like, oh no, man. And I mean, people are playing handball over there. And we are running around in circles. Somehow you circled back. You went on the opposite side of those handball courts from us. And you managed to circle all the way back. And then you did what I taught you.
Yeah, I found a mom and I got her to call you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Biswas.
I said, I'm lost and I need you to call my mom. And I knew your phone number.
Were you ever scared?
Yes.
Okay. Well, did you learn a lesson?
No.
Natalie and I did. Natalie and I learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't think I ever took off at. Well, no, I probably took off.
I don't know if you did either. But I mean, you've had to do a lot. And then you used to jump in the pool at the North Boulder Rec Center. And you were little. You were like 2 years old. And you would just jump in and lay on the bottom and smile up at me.
Yeah.
Biswas, have faith, believe, and trust. You just trusted I would pick you up. And and I did.
Yep.
But man, did that make me nervous. I was like, please, God. I wanted you to have some healthy fear, but I didn't want you to have shame. And I did try to use my mom's shame voice on you. It never worked. It never landed.
No.
You know why? Because I don't think you have core shame.
I don't think so.
I think I have core shame from infancy. Like
Probably.
somebody telling me I'm a bad baby. I don't
Yeah.
think nobody ever told you were a bad baby or a bad person.
No, I don't think so.
No, you're a good person.
Yeah, shame has never worked on me. Like being scolded has never been effective.
I know.
I've sat there and I've been scolded and I've just been like, when can I leave? And then I would leave.
I feel so powerless. But mostly, luckily, you are just, you were an easy kid.
Yeah.
You always woke up in a good mood.
Yep.
We had a nice routine.
Yes, we did.
We read chapter books. We read all kinds, every night. We had our nice routine.
Yeah.
Oh, the other story let's tell on me. Okay, lots of good parenting. I do talk about going to get Sophie, and that was a really good parenting.
Amazing.
Come
Yeah.
on, that was really
Best dog.
I mean, I got you the color of Honda Element. Well, I got the wrong color of blue, you told me. But you wanted and you wanted that specific dog that you found on petfinder.com who was in
I did.
She was in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Sophie.
Yep.
Our sweetheart.
Yeah.
We miss her.
Every day.
I know. Oh, but she was such a wonderful,
Oh my God.
wonderful dog.
Amazing dog.
Yeah.
More cat than dog.
She was.
Yeah.
She was a cat-like dog.
Very much so. Very mellow dog
Inside.
for the most part.
Unless the pizza came out and there was another dog around.
Yeah. For the most part, she was pretty mellow though.
Yeah, but we learned she can't be around other dogs with food
Yeah.
around.
Very food possessive. She was a stray, so we rescued her. So
She was a resource guarder.
really, what we should have known is when we rescued a dog, that's kind of the general consensus over rescues is that you don't feed them around other dogs unless they end up doing well around it.
Yeah, and she was a Samoyed, so she was and maybe a little bit of chow in there. We don't know. She had that black tongue.
Yeah.
So
I thought everybody thought it was shepherd.
oh really?
Yeah, which makes sense because they're herding dogs. That's what they were bred for.
Well, she mostly Samoyed, but I think a little something else.
Yeah, she wasn't as big as Samoyeds.
She was a little less.
Little less, and she had very kind of Aussie characteristics, Australian Shepherd characteristics about her.
Mm.
She had shorter legs than a Samoyed. She had a long nose, and her coat wasn't as
Voluminous.
a normal Samoyed. It was
Yeah.
far more of that straight Australian Shepherd hair, and I only really thought about that.
I don't think so. She had Sammy hair all the way, man. She had that wool hair.
Well, yeah, no, but if you look
Because
at
if you could spin it.
no, I'm not saying that she didn't have.
She had that type of hair.
She had hair.
Wool. She had that wool.
Yeah. Well, Samoyed fur isn't fur.
It's wool.
It's like a wool.
Yeah.
The fibers are hollow.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's what keeps them warm, yeah.
Aw. Well, anyway, I did drive you 1,500 miles
Yep.
to Raleigh, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, wherever it was. She was running the streets of Raleigh.
Adopted
ended
her
up
out of
getting
Winston.
foster care, and then so that was good parenting.
Yeah. It was a great trip.
That went to Mammoth. Oh God, no, we survived.
Yes, we did.
Not best judgment. We were camping with the Boy Scouts.
Well, it's not that. That was the good part of that whole
But we were out in the middle of
escapade.
nowhere by ourselves.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean, just a mom and an
oh, yeah.
11-year-old
we were
boy.
like the peak target for like a robbery.
And we got on one of those one-person ferries. Remember
oh yeah, it was
that one?
real sketch. I think I wasn't asleep because I was navigating.
That was the sketchy ferry situation down there by Mammoth Cave.
I actually don't
Kentucky.
remember the ferry.
Ferry?
The ferry.
It was a one-man ferry with a rope-like thing and pulled us one car.
See, I don't
at a
remember. I don't remember that going in. I remember it coming out. I just don't remember it going in.
Yeah.
Because it was what, 11 o'clock? No, it was earlier than 11. It was like 10.
But anyway, that wasn't the best judgment I've ever used, where I thought, oh, we can camp near Mammoth Cave. But then I forgot, oh, shoot, it's spring break. Nobody's out here. But this group of Boy Scouts was out there.
Yes, they were.
And they were concerned for you because you ran over there and were talking to them. And they're like, where's your mom? And I'm like, oh, shoot. Anyway, you didn't get molested by any Boy Scout leaders.
No, I didn't.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I was going to tell myself about what you told on me. When I had this thing, again, see, I think a lot of stuff got better after psychedelic where I don't have like...
No, I don't
feel like I'm going to die if something does... If I'm not heard, I don't feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah, I never said that nothing happened after your psychedelics. I'm just saying that I don't think everything that's changed since then was because of...
Well, I've done therapy and EMDR
I think it's the
and brain
combination of
spot.
all of it that's done the most rather than just one specific thing, because that's not how...
In my opinion, it was like 10 years of therapy in a session for me, because I got to stuff I could not get to in brain spotting. I did not want to see my mom the way I saw her. But anyway, she was a good grandma to you.
Yes, she was.
She really was. She loved you. The boys. She loved the boys. Anyway, point is, you told grandma when I had this thing about I needed to wash your feet before. If we didn't have time for a bath, you got to at least let me.
Gotta wash the feet.
Please, I cannot let you go to bed with those dirty feet. So
Lord, I hated it because it tickled.
I know, and also your feet were sensitive. You didn't like to wear socks. The reason your feet were dirty because you didn't like to wear socks and shoes because you had sensitive feet.
How would I have sensitive? like running around barefoot was what I did.
But it was a texture. Like you never wanted to have this like socks on your feet.
Yeah. Maybe I am autistic.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
because I hate
buttons. You would not wear a shirt with buttons.
I would not.
Until
I hated it.
I think 6th grade.
And I have no idea why.
You could not.
I have no idea why.
I don't know.
And I mean, I have this weird thing now. I hate it when I have tight shirts around my sleeves or my wrists.
Oh.
Specifically my wrists. Right there.
No.
Can't do it.
Well,
I can't have loose or tight sleeves right there.
Yeah, there's just certain...
I don't know.
You
this
probably
is
don't
fine.
like to wear a turtleneck either that's around your...
No, I hate turtlenecks.
Yeah.
I never liked turtlenecks, though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was trying to wash your feet, and it was like, I was tired, as usual, because I work 12-hour shifts or whatever. I'm like, no, man, you got to let me just wash these feet. You know, I had a wet washcloth. You were like, I think we had just moved here, so you were like 5. And I'm scrubbing your little foot, and you're kicking at me because you're like, it's tickling, and you don't want it. And I got one foot done, and you bolted out of the room, and I threw it at your back.
Oh, yeah.
And I hit you right in the shoulder blades area. You're just like, bam. It was like, you look like you've been shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I threw it with hate in my heart. I'm sorry. I was so angry. And I was just like, but it was not good parenting. But, and I hoped that you would forget it, but you did not forget it.
No, I did not forget it, did I?
And then,
I never did.
I mean, months later, you got off the plane in Missouri and ran to my mom, your grandma, and you said, Mom hit me with a washcloth. She threw a wet washcloth at me. But, you know, it really hurt your feelings.
It did, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm over it now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, those are those moments. Like I said, every parent has moments where they wish they could take it back.
It happens to everybody.
And I don't mean the baby, but I mean, folks. Take it back.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I never wanted to take you back. Oh, except for once. No, now listen, this is when we were still in
Okay, I've wanted to go back for a while.
You never have. That's the thing.
No, I do
I
not.
feel bad.
We'll talk about that in a second. Finish what you...
Okay, okay. It wasn't that I wanted to take you back for good. I had
Just needed a break.
Listen, I had 105 temperature. We were still in Nepal. I found out later I had pneumonia.
Oh, I don't think I've heard this before.
No, you didn't know this?
I don't think so. Well, I knew you were sick, and we were sick in Nepal.
This was when I was. I had gone back on the second trip to get you.
Yep.
And I was. They said, okay, so now you go take him to live with you at your apartment, and I said, okay, and then I was sharing this co-housing kitchen with this doctor who was boiling shitty chicken eggs, like boiling them and they had poop and straw on them. I didn't know it. He was putting them in the tea kettle, and he was boiling his eggs in a tea kettle and leaving the tea kettle on the stove. Now, who looks in a tea kettle to see if there's shit in there? I was just...
Literally nobody ever.
I know. So
Well, maybe apart from him.
I was making your formula, and I had been doing this for a few days, and a bit of straw came out, and I was like, "What?" And then I found out he'd been doing this every morning.
Yeah, I have heard this.
And then I think that made us sick. And he goes, "What do you care? You're boiling it." And I go, "Are you fucking kidding me? That is shit. Do you want to eat boiled shit, sir?"
Yes.
Well,
no. Who would?
I'm just saying. So
I don't think that's a bad parenting
You and I both
moment,
got... No, that wasn't.
That wasn't it.
No, this wasn't bad parenting. I was just
saying.
Well,
that's the story that's what you were just saying.
No, I'm not done.
Okay.
So this is when this, I think, made us sick.
Yeah.
I got so sick, and I don't know if it was that or something else, but that was the variable that connected. I had a fever of 105. You had a fever of 105. We got so sick, Nathaniel.
Jesus, 105 and a baby.
Yeah, you and I, it was, mine might have been only 103 and yours. It was terrible. We were so sick. I could not, all I could do was get out of bed to make your formula, crawl back to bed. Literally, I could change you. And I was so sick. And I called the orphanage and I said, "Listen, I need help. I'm so sick. Can you take him for just a little while, like a few days so I can rest?" And they said, "No, sister, that's parenting. That's parenting."
There you go.
And I thought, oh God. But if I was home, I would have someone help me. But anyway, you and I got through it.
Yes.
And then I
got pneumonia again.
Well, anyway, I got home and I had a chest X-ray that said I had pneumonia.
Mm.
But that was the only time I tried to take you back.
Yeah.
Was when I was so sick I didn't have...
Try to take me back is like an overstatement.
Well,
for that
no, I was
situation,
just trying to... I'm just saying that's the only time I was like, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
I can't handle this. It wasn't about you. It was about me being so sick. And I'm sure that... Anyway, so what were you going to say about going back to Nepal?
Oh, well, you wanted to talk to me about the last guest who was here.
Yes, Jessica. And how much that helped when you got to hear a Nepali person once and for all tell you
that it's okay to not identify as Nepalese, or, well, identify with the culture, that is, I guess.
Or to even, like...
acknowledge it.
You can just be an individual.
Yeah.
You don't have to have quote-unquote Nepali pride.
No.
You never have to go back to Nepal if you don't want to.
I'll be honest, I really don't. Pride is... Yeah, I don't have any pride around it, really. I don't have any negative feelings, but, like, I'm not patriotic about it.
What about the Gurkhas?
They're very cool.
Yeah, I mean, what about, like, when you, although Jessica told us, I was talking about the guy that, is it 14 Peaks?
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Oh, yeah, he's wanted for, like,
some sort of sexual
crime. Some
crime.
sort of misogynistic thing." I was like, dang it. But anyway, so none of that, like, you know, when you went to Nepal Heritage Camp, was there any part of you that felt like, yay?
No, I did not care about the culture part of that at all. It was just a fun camping trip to me.
Yeah, you just...
I really did. I more than anything, I kind of dreaded is strong, but...
like the dance?
Well, that was stage fright, but no, all of the culture stuff we did, I kind of just wanted to hang out and be a dumbass. That was it. I didn't want to do
Just
any
be
of
a
the
kid
school
at camp,
stuff.
building a
Yeah,
fire,
exactly.
making marshmallows, running around on your mountain bike.
Yeah, I had no interest in actually learning about any of the culture or anything like that. I just
Nothing,
didn't
no
care.
part of it. But you know what? You did like making that aloo. What was that dish you made?
Yeah, it tasted good.
Tikka.
If it didn't taste good, I wouldn't.
But I haven't made that in a while.
That's okay if we don't do it again.
I loved it. I can't remember what it was called now.
Aloo tiki.
Aloo tiki. It was so good. Well, all right.
But
okay, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a traditional Nepalese person, and I have no interest in being one at all.
I get it. And you're more, to me, you listen to country music. You
listen to country music.
You wear a lot of flannel.
I say howdy.
I mean, and you're raised by this Ozarkian and in this Ozark family, which, you are a Norton.
Yep.
And yet you are a Norton plus. You've got a lot of cool attributes.
Well, I would put it as a Norton minus.
Minus some of the ancestral trauma.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good point.
There you go.
I mean, you did get some. Well, I guess because I always talk about offloading my self-hate and shame that I feel it came down the pike of my ancestral. And I always say this, I had to adopt the Buddha light into our family to combat our generational trauma. I know.
Lord knows how she ended up with me.
You are a light. You're a light. You know it. Or do you know it?
You tell me. I don't feel that way.
You don't feel like a light?
No, I feel like a person.
Just a person?
Yeah, I'm just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
That's how I feel. I'm not special.
Is there well, and you don't have a need to be special.
No, I don't need to be special.
I think part of it is a good sign.
If we're all special, nobody's special.
Damn it. The most unique. I don't know. That's an
oxymoron.
What was I thinking? Oh, about humor. Like, you came to me funny. I cannot take credit for your sense of humor, although I think I definitely encouraged it and celebrated it.
Yes.
But I just think that you always had this, ever since I met you as a baby, you were easy to laugh. You were looking for humor, it seemed like, because you would laugh with me, even though I'm sure you didn't always understand what I was doing. But you've always had this great sense of humor, even at preschool.
Yeah, with the mask, yeah.
No, with the mirror.
Oh, the mirror.
What was
I
the
thought
mask?
it was a mask. No, I always thought it was a mask. Mirror, different M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were like the teachers would go. This teacher, Natalie, that ended up being our friend. She was showing the kids a mirror.
She'd go, "Would you want to see something scary?" And then she'd put a mirror in front of the kid's face.
And then they would look at it and
they'd be like, "What's scary?"
And they were looking behind the mirror, looking at it, and then she showed it to you. And you knew exactly what to do.
I did.
You actually scared.
Yeah.
You were a unique kid there.
That's probably it. Yeah.
But you've never I'm
a very I hang out with friends. I have a handful of them. I have the friends that I want and the friends that I need. But other than that, I'm a pretty introverted person. Like I don't like going out and just hanging with people. Like, I like to go do stuff with my friends. Yeah. And that's it. Like, I don't actively go out and like search for that. I'm not out on hikes talking to everybody. I'm just like, leave.
But you've always been a kid, I gotta say, that would go up, like especially when you were, say, elementary school, and we traveled a lot. We did that 30-day camping trip. That was middle school. But wherever you went, you made friends. You would start a game at the playground of the camp.
Yeah.
You always hey, you were not shy. You would say, hey, you want to be my friend?
Yeah.
And you would find a playmate everywhere we went.
Yeah, my introvertedness started in high school.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
So some shift happened then.
Something. Yeah.
Well, also gaming.
You equate a lot to gaming that I would very much disagree with.
All right. Well,
gaming is not what made me introverted. Gaming is what made me meet all my friends.
Well, not all of them. That's not true.
Most of them. Most of them.
Most of them now?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the only ones that matter, are the ones that are here now.
Well, you have a friend from when you were 2. You have another friend from
Who's
second.
still here.
I know. And you have another friend from 2nd grade.
Yep.
And then the other ones you met
from
in high school. But you met them in real life.
Yeah, but...
And then you did role-playing games. What is it called? LARPing?
LARPing.
You did a lot of LARPing.
I did do a lot of that. Not with random people, though.
Yeah, but as the pandemic changed you. in my opinion, I saw a huge change.
That's fair.
Because you were always out there on your mountain bike or you were scootering. You were always very active.
I got super depressed during the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's what happened. A lot of it was that. And
then you started gaming.
And
then I didn't want you to do first-person shooter games because I was told that wasn't good for your brain. And then all your friends were doing it. So I talked to a psychologist who said, hey, you got to choose the lesser of evils here because some kids aren't surviving the pandemic because of isolation and suicide.
Well, I don't think that feels very, like, not that they were trying to, they were genuinely trying to be helpful, but that feels a lot like not necessarily accurate. I don't think I would have killed myself if I didn't get to play first-person shooters, but I would have felt more than excluded.
Well, you were depressed, and she just said it's more important that he's doing what all of his friends are doing than worrying if he's going to imprint this shooting, I don't know, trauma.
Which I don't think I did.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
sure.
still not a fan of first-person shooter games, I got to be honest. I don't know. I just think your brain, how does it differentiate between, like, because it's so real. Anytime I've walked behind you and saw the screen, I can't even look at it for 5 seconds. It's like, like it's so realistic.
It doesn't feel real to me. Which,
my body just...
Whatever, but when I'm in COD, most well-known shooter game, right?
Call of Duty.
When I'm in COD, it's not real to me. The part that's real is the experience that I'm having with my friends. Like, that's why I game primarily, where I hang out with my friends. It's where we have a lot of fun. So it's not necessarily about the whole point shoot thing for me. But when I step out of it, that's where it ends.
Yeah.
You
don't think it does something to your adrenals and to your fight, flight, freeze? Yeah.
I'm sure I'm desensitized to violence. Now, the fight, flight, freeze thing, I actually think it benefited because I function very well in high stress.
Yeah, as long as you don't get adrenal burnout. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. I just worry about it a little bit. But also it's the sedentary part of it, and also drinking soda pops.
Yeah, no, that's the part that's...
Yeah, that's the part that concerned me.
Yeah.
You changed a lot. And but now you're getting back into doing a lot of activity, getting ready to go into the academy, so you're fit. Well, I want to talk more about humor.
Go for it.
And just how humor has been a part of our family culture. And I will say, of the Norton family traditions, that is my favorite attribute of our family, is that everyone in our family has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I will say we laugh a lot.
Yes, we do.
And I would say we need it.
Yeah.
We need to. So when we go to family reunions, and the other thing we like to do is play like card games that are fast-paced. Like, I love that. I love that about
Those are the things that I'm like most proud around my family, is the humor, and then the music, and then the card games and everything.
The music.
Yeah.
And that, I'm so glad that you play music, because
it really fostered my drive to do music, or like want to learn.
Yeah.
Rather.
So you're playing all the time. You've got like, how many guitars do you have?
4.
You have 4 guitars, and you also do all that arranging and mixing, and I don't know how.
Production work, yeah.
I don't know what you do, but music is another great way to express. You don't have to it doesn't have to always be funny stuff, but I would say, I don't think we go an entire day between us where there's not something funny.
I'd agree.
Even when we're playing chess.
Yeah.
Like we've been having chai and chess mornings.
Yep.
And we're pretty evenly matched because we're ADHD, blunder the queen.
It's been a while since I blundered my queen.
Okay.
I need to make that very clear.
But
it's been a while.
I thought it was funny the other day when I enjoyed my little joke I made because I got you a tea bag, an Earl Grey. I was making you an Earl Grey, and somehow you had a graveyard at all my pieces, and you tea bagged my.
Yeah, I put the tea bag right on top of the pieces. Got him.
A little COD, if you don't know Call of Duty or any of those games, that's a little reference. Tea bag your friends.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Not really.
Can you? Yes, it is.
I mean,
Nathaniel,
no.
Come on, admit this. No.
Hold on. Let me expand. It's weird as an action, but in terms of like the like in gaming, it's not that weird.
I guess in gaming culture now, people are used to it. But I wonder who the first person is that started the teabagging, which is, by the way, if you're not a gamer, it's like when the character squats over the dead.
Well, if you know what
characters.
if you know what teabagging is in real life,
nobody doesn't. People don't know. People don't always know what teabagging is.
That's fair. It's a very weird thing.
Okay, hang on a second. Back up. You're saying if you don't know what teabagging is in real life, wait. I didn't know it was a thing in real life.
You really?
No.
You didn't know where that comes. This is where it comes from.
No way. But no, Nathaniel. Nobody really.
Am I about to learn you a thing?
Yeah, nobody really does that to another human.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
When?
Yes.
When do they do it?
It's not like malicious like it is in a video game.
But what is it? A sex act?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh, get out of my. I was gonna say get out of my face. Get out of my
well,
face.
That's what you would want it.
Well, this is an awkward mother-son moment.
It's not that. You saying that made it awkward. I'm educated.
I find it awkward.
I don't find it that awkward. I haven't said what it is yet. That's when it gets awkward.
Okay, tell the listeners.
It's where you squat over somebody's face, and you just kind of wiggle one's balls on it.
One's balls. You're trying to do gender neutral on the balls. I think you can say it's a guy at this point. It's a guy's ball. So, but
yeah.
So.
Don't ask me why people want it or do it. I don't know. At least in real life. I don't know why they do it in a video game.
I thought it was just in video games.
No, it comes from the
real
world.
life.
Yep.
I am so out of the loop on teabagging.
That's probably a good thing.
Yes. I mean, that sounds like, because it's more of isn't it like when you're doing that in a game, you're saying, I dominate you.
Yeah, exactly. It's I just shit on you, dude.
I killed you and
cooked.
I killed you and I'm dominating you with my imaginary testicles.
Ha ha ha! I'm rubbing my balls on your forehead. Yeah.
God.
That's where that comes from.
So that is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't know you did. I before I knew, like, not before, but when I found, like, when I started playing, well, I knew before I started playing games what teabagging was. Like I knew what it was in real life before going into games.
Yeah, you know why? Because the internet. You knew too much too soon.
Yeah, I did.
I know.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate how the internet works. Do you? We have got to stop. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I wonder, like, I don't know what the future is for kids coming up with all this information.
Don't give your kids access to the internet until you find them responsible enough to handle that.
Like at what age then?
It's really hard to determine, but definitely not before middle school, really. At least not with high supervision.
Yeah.
Like as many blockers as you can have on a computer.
Yeah.
Have it on your, even if you don't let your kids at it, they can get at it.
I know. Well, the thing was the phone too, just laying around the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, sorry, that was a fail.
Fail
on single mom.
I'm pretty okay, so.
All right. In closing, can we add on something else? Let's find.
Yeah, you want to find something different than
like
that.
Funniest moments. Any funny moments, parenting and or times you've noticed that you've laughed at. Do you remember any funny memories here at the house? Things that make you laugh, or things where you're like, you made me laugh so hard.
I don't remember anything specific. There's a lot though.
I know.
Like thinking back on it, it's the lot of interaction has had laughs, but nothing necessarily stands out. It's all very funny.
The running joke, like 27.
27.
You know, when you used to get ready, when I'd get you ready for school, I was working 12-hour shifts as a nurse, and I mean crabby, so tired because I don't go to bed till late, and then I got up at 6.
Right.
And then I'm making you French toast, trying to be cheerful, and we would do Monty Python sketches.
Yes.
Remember? Yeah. Do you remember any of it?
Yeah.
And how's it start? In 3 seconds, Radio 4 is going to explode. Oh dear, the radio's exploded.
What's on the telly then?
I don't know. Looks like a penguin. Odd that penguin being there. I wonder where it came from.
The zoo.
The zoo.
The zoo.
No, if it came from the zoo. It would have property of the zoo stamped all over it.
Can't stamp an animal. Property of the zoo.
Then
You can't stamp a huge lion.
They stamp them when they're small.
There it is.
So we used to do that.
Yeah.
And then I noticed your cousin Bailey, my niece Bailey, and we found out recently that when we're stressed out, we speak in Monty Python-esque. like it's hard to be too upset. Like, you spilled your milk. We're late for school. You spilled your milk. Oh dear, the milk is spilt.
Oh no,
it's in my shoe. But anyway, I just remember that being one of the things. And then the sock bomb fights.
Yes.
Because you didn't want to wear socks, so we just
didn't want to wear socks, so I'd throw them we'd throw them at each other.
Yeah.
But never a white washcloth. That was too far.
27. That was too far. But okay. I've been telling this on stage where I'm a single mom, so I'm running. I'm a long distance runner because I have a lot of trauma. So I'm trying to outrun the trauma. I'm making you ride your bicycle with me. And we're over on Apple Valley Road in Lyons. I will never forget. And you got the basis for this joke.
What happens when aliens get diarrhea?
I don't know. What?
Very mysterious crab circles.
Crab circles. Crab circles, because there were cow patties out there. And you were seeing these and that was I was at 7 years old. You wrote that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was one of your best jokes. The abandonment and the abandoning issue was pretty good,
Pretty good. That's pretty high concept. I was probably not much older then.
I know. I think you were probably 10 or 11.
Yeah,
10 or
right.
11. Yeah. One of the things you're saying lately is...
That's an issue, not an ish-me.
Not an ish-me.
Not an ish-me.
And you said you heard that from your friend, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I've been telling people that. Nobody has heard it, so I don't know if it... Is it a meme? It sounds like it should be a meme.
It probably was a meme. That's probably
I don't
where
know.
it started. But
ask her where she heard it or if she came up with it.
Okay.
Well, our tea is empty. That means the podcast is done. All right.
That's what means it's done. Then we should have been done.
Have you been out of tea? Oh no, I didn't know you were out of tea. I would have gotten you some more.
That's what I've been milking this whole time.
But see, it's not done.
I know.
We're sipping it. We're making it last. Okay.
Now it is.
All
Thank
right.
God.
I'll see ya probably in the hallway. See you. Thank you for being my son.
You're welcome. I didn't have a choice.
You've been listening to Traumedy with Nathaniel Norton and Nancy Norton.
Yeah.
And I want to thank my son for creating the loop that he's going to make a new loop in case you're getting tired of the old music loop. But I do love the music. And tune in again next week. It's Traumedy Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, if I get around to it, and have a guest. And remember, no matter what, keep laughing.